Hello, I'm Benson and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a jet fan, and this one is by a company called KICA. At the time of posting this video, you might not be able to buy this yet because it's not on the market. This is kind of like a prototype pre-launch. On my channel, I have done a few dust blower review video. They sent this one out to me for free to demonstrate to you guys how strong they are. There's no string attached. They didn't ask me to say anything good or bad about this product. In fact, they are quite confident that this will be the strongest jet fan that on the market when it's launched. So we will see about that. Like the rest of my video, I don't do scripts, so hopefully this will be like an unboxing and my experience of using this jet fan Max. First of all, the packaging is not the usual old boring showcasing. This one actually have a lot of graphics design on this. There's no hard sell of what the function or how much power there is, but I'm going to go through this with you. So this one here can deliver 92 meters per second of wind speed, 785 volt of power. This one can blow air and suck air at the same time. Battery capacity wise is 24,000 milliamp hour at 54 volt USB-C input, which is important because with a 24,000 ampere battery, it's going to take a long time if you plug it into a normal 5 volt USB charger. You've got your instruction booklet. This is quite neat in a plastic bag. Look at this, guys. It looks beautiful. This one here is like a dust chamber. For those guys who use a backless hoover, you will see that there is a filter in there and there is a plastic chamber, and there's one way kind of a valve, so air goes in, dust get trapped in this chamber, and then the air, hopefully the clean air, come out from the other side. And then you have a plastic tube, plastic opening with a Bristol brush, and you got a USB-A to USB-C cable. I guess this is to charge your blower. And then you got the actual turbo fan. Now this is nothing like the jet fan that I have tested before. This thing is heavy. This is how I got started in terms of doing my air duster review. Look at this compared to that. It's not that much bigger in size, but this one is a lot heavier. This one here has a metal body construction and it feels solid. So this one here is 1,315 grams. And this one is 484. So the Jet Fan Max is 3 times as heavy as this one. Do not block the suction port and keep your hairs away. So yeah, if it is such a strong unit, it's going to suck hair in and you're going to get into a bit of a tangle. There we go. So you can see the fan blade from the bottom intake here. It's got a metal guard as well. And in the front, this is where the air come out. And you have a kind of a screw thread on the front here. You got a power button right here, and you got a sliding button here, display here, and then the battery. So charging port is right on the base of the blower. It's a USB-C input with a little plastic cover. You can actually take out the battery. So the battery actually slide in there. And this is what the 24,000 milliamp hour battery looks like. Okay, interestingly, the battery kind of can operate without the main unit. For example, if I press and hold, so this shows you that there is 71% battery and 0 speed. And this is 100 speed. So obviously, there's no fan attached. That's why there is not controlling anything. On the back of the blower, you got the company logo, KICA. And the battery has a funny profile or shape that you can't really put in the wrong way. Oh my god. That was a blast. Wasn't expecting that. For control, you got a sliding button on the bottom here, which you can go from 1 to 100. So this is 2. At 2%, you can actually use it as a kind of a cooling fan for your face, but it's quite hefty to carry around just to cool your face, to be honest. So this is 10% or 11%. Alright, so it's not that easy to get it by increased by 1, but it can work. You know what, 11 is fine. So 11%, I'm going to leave it as arm's length. Put it there. And I can still cool my face with the wind. So this is 52 and it's quite loud. I mean, the mic is on my neck right here, and you know, this is quite far away. And just for me to talk, I do have to make a big effort. So this is not wind noise, yeah? Wind is not blowing to the mic, wind is going that way, and this is just a noise from the motor. This is 100%. Okay, I can tell you that I'm going to have a lot of fun with this thing. We pushed it from 0 to 100, but actually you have one more trick up its sleeves, which is the turbo mode. Let's push it to 100. And then you press the trigger button. And it puts 188. So yes, 3 times the size of this, but to be honest with you, you can't really compare these two. For example, let me show you the power of this one. You can see those things is not really moving, is it? Well, that one is slightly moving. So let's do about the same distance. There is no comparison how strong this thing is. So far, as a gadget lover, I have to say, just even holding this thing is amazing. The metal casing, the construction, it does not look cheap at all. I mean, I have a lot of air dusters and fans and blower on my channel so far, but this one by far is kind of the craftsmanship is just amazing. I think you can turn this into a vacuum cleaner. So for example, obviously the air gets sucked in from here and get blown out from here, but you can use that kind of a suction to turn this into a vacuum cleaner. You can actually screw the dust chamber in place, and then you attach the tube. If you want to, you can have this dust nozzle, and there you go. And now you got yourself a vacuum cleaner. On my channel, I tested a few handheld vacuum cleaner, and I'm usually not a fan of this kind of devices. For cleaning around the house, I have a Shark vacuum cleaner, and that one is fantastic because you got like 40 minutes battery life, and it's a proper household vacuum cleaner. For this kind of thing, I would say you can use it to clean your desk or your car. But I wouldn't go around cleaning the whole house with this, because look at how small the chamber is. For me, even within one carpet room, this is going to get filled up. And this kind of chamber is not the easiest to empty, so save that for your full-size vacuum. But what this is good for is, for example, if you're in a car, you don't want to drag your hoover all the way to your car, then you can use this to help for the convenience sake of it. For me, in the studio, the minimum requirements for a handheld hoover is to be able to suck up some of these metal screws and washers, because this is the most common things that I have lying around in my woodworking studio here. Okay, let's play a game of Pac-Man here. So you got your Jetfan Max with the hoover attachment in the front. I'm going to get rid of the Bristol brush because I don't need it. So does it have enough power to suck this kind of thing? So let's see how strong this thing is. They all end up in this dust chamber right here. So today's test subject is this computer right here. Now this is not my main computer, this is my wife's work PC. And you can see that this is quite dusty. And this is about 1 year from last time I cleaned it. And you can see it's absolutely baked in dust. So visually today you are in for a treat to see dust flying around. But for me, I'm not taking chances. So with my aspirator on, I'm ready to tackle this dusty cleaning. when the air hits the fan, sometimes you need to put something there to stop the fan from spinning. I didn't realize the fan was spinning so fast it caught my finger. It didn't bleed, but it hurts like hell. So with a bit of brushing, the hardest part to get to, now you have a nice and clean PC. This should last for another year now. All the dust is gone. I actually hurt my finger cleaning because this was spinning so fast and I didn't realize. And then I put my finger in there and it chopped my finger. Didn't bleed, but it hurts like hell. Lower. Maximum. Not bad. Oh well, emptied it. There's no more water. A little bit of water left. I thought I'd show you guys this because for me personally this is one of the most important parts of this kind of duster thing. So when the battery is small, they fill up quite quickly, so it doesn't really matter as long as you remember to plug it in. You always have something which is ready to use. When the battery size is like 24,000 milliamp hour, it makes a big difference in terms of what you use to charge this air blower. Now this one here doesn't come with a power supply, but on the spec sheets it say it can take up to 54 volt of charging power. So it comes with this cable, so basically USB-A to USB-C type of cable. And I have my power station here. I choose this one to show you guys because it has a nice digital display. For example, if I plug this into a normal USB socket, let me plug it in. And you can see that it's drawing 9 volts of power, even though the design of this can take up to 54. That is because this is the maximum that power this one can push out. Let me try another USB slot. Again, it jumps to 9 volt power. For example, I use a USB-C to USB-C. Okay, so now if I plug this into this PD port here, so this PD port supply up to 45 volts of power. And you can see that it's stable at about 40 volt. So charging this air blower with a proper charger, you get 4 times the speed of charging, and that makes a big difference because this is a 24,000 milliamp battery, so you don't want to like spend like days trying to charge this with your, for example, a typical socket from your computer, for example. And the other thing is, let's say if you run out of juice, you can't plug it in and expect it to work. You have to wait until you finish charging, unplug it, then you can get it to work again. So as soon as you plug it in, it turns into charging mode, so you can't use it while it's charging. So what do you guys think? Is this the strongest jet fan on the market? I think so. Given the size, I think this is one of the strongest that I have tested so far. It managed to empty the whole bucket of water in my garden when I was testing it. I don't mean to, but it was so much fun that I can't stop. And the other thing is, like, at 100% is already really strong, but when you press the button, it gives you a short burst of 188%. So that will be the really top speed of what this thing can handle. And then I don't know if it is protecting itself from overheating or is it actually overheating. After 10 seconds of that turbo boost, it will go back to the normal 100. But then you can always change the setting to 0 and start again to help to get the boost again. But I wouldn't recommend it. But beside that, 100% is usually enough for what you want to do. Between your Jetfan Max and the other blower on the market, I do think this is going to be one of the strongest, at least in 2024. So the only comparison with how strong this thing is will be with one of these. So this is my Makita DUB362. And this is what I use to clean up my garden in terms of the leaves and stuff like that. And you can see that this one used two 18-volt power battery, and I usually get the 5Ah battery, two of them in here. So at maximum speed, this should last about 10-20 minutes max, and this is strong. Usually, you can't really compare this with a handheld turbojet fan, but with this thing that they sent over, with these jet fans as they sent over, it's pretty close to the craziness of the garden leaf blower. So this will be the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching until the end with me. Without your watching and your support, company like this won't reach out to me, and I won't be able to get my hands on this kind of toys. If you find my information useful, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel and help me grow. I can't wait to see you next time with more interesting gadget. Bye bye.